When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out, be real nice and sweet and treat her right. The other part wonders what her head would look like on a stick. Monsters aren't born, they're made with time. They say I'm crazy, but the only crazy thing I did was not turn myself in after the first one. She's not listening, I calmly said. She's at the farm, though she's cold and dead. I wore their faces to feel alive. Through stolen skin I try to survive. Behind these eyes a tortured child. See, I'm not crazy, he'd often defend. Just different, just me, no need to pretend. I wanted to be her, he murmured in pain. His madness carved deep like a scar in his brain. Is it wrong to miss what death has claimed? I had a compulsion to do it, he confessed. A twisted urge he couldn't suppress. Somebody's got to do it, he coldly declared. In the darkened woods where no one dared. I just wanted a fresh look, his reason concealed. Through graves he wandered, fate was sealed. They weren't gone, just borrowed, he'd say. Their silence eternal, cold as clay. I made a belt from nipples, he whispered low. The horrors inside, he couldn't outgrow. A woman's skin is warm, he solemnly swore. His sins stitched together forevermore. See, I'm not crazy, he'd often defend. Just different, just me, no need to pretend. I wanted to be her, he murmured in pain. His madness carved deep like a scar in his brain. Is it wrong to miss what death has claimed? I never killed her, he'd weakly maintain. I only dug graves to ease the strain. His house, a museum of bone and hide. A twisted shrine he couldn't abide. She lived in me still, he'd softly confide. His truth like his trophies, hard to hide. Making a mask helped me feel whole. A desperate patch for a fractured soul. Sometimes I'd wear them, feel her near. A hollow comfort for hollow fear. I never meant harm, just couldn't let go. The darkness inside continued to grow. Was it evil or loneliness? He'd reflect. His horrors born of pain and neglect. A boy unloved, a heart gone astray. His monsters took shape when she passed away. His deeds still haunt the cold light of day. See, I'm not crazy, he'd whisper alone. Lost in a house of skin and bone. I wanted to be her, he'd murmur in vain. His managed forever in infamous pain. Is it wrong to miss what death has claimed? See, I'm not crazy, he'd often defend. Just different, just me, no need to pretend. I wanted to be her, he'd murmur in pain. His madness carved deep like a scar in his brain. Is it wrong to miss what death has claimed?
Was arrested on November 16, 1957, after police discovered human remains in his home near Plainfield, Wisconsin. He was charged with the murders of Bernie Swerden and Mary Hogan, though he was only officially tried for Werden's murder.
Ed Gein was convicted of first-degree murder for the death of Bernie Swerden on November 7, 1968. He was declared legally guilty by reason of insanity. He was committed to Central State Hospital for aggravating sin.
Later known as Dodge Correctional.
Then transferred to Mendota Mental Health Institute in Madison, Wisconsin. Ed Gein remained institutionalized for the rest of his life.
Deborah described him as a quiet, compliant patient. He died of respiratory failure due to lung cancer on July 26, 1984, at the age of 77. He was buried in Plainfield Cemetery, though his gravestone was vandalized and eventually stolen. His burial site remains unmarked today, though its location is still known. Let us never forget the victims involved in these tragic murders. Our love and respect goes out to you all.